All right, Shalom. Want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. And salutations to all you Akim there pushing his word in sincerity and truth. Coming back at you with another lesson. This is going to be on America being Mystery Babylon, written in the book of Revelations. And Babylon also in Jeremiah and other books in the scriptures, identify America as being Babylon the Great. So I'm going to start this off with Revelation chapter 17. And there came one of the seven angels, which had seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay? And so this is John the Revelator, and he's one of the seven angels took him to see this whore, that sitteth upon many waters. And those many waters represents different people, nations, and tongues. It represents different nationalities, basically. And if you look at America, it's all type of nationalities. Really, almost, I think every nationality is in America. You know what I'm saying? Verse 2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Okay, the kings of the earth being the other nations, such as the European Union, France, Germany, Spain, those Arab countries like Saudi Arabia. Who else they leave with out there? Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey. The African nations, the Asian nations. All these nations committed fornication with America, and the way they committed fornication with America is that they're following the American way of life, okay? Which is basically anything goes. Or as Aleister Crowley had that quote, he says, "Do as thou wilt." Anything goes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. That type of thing. A careless life, basically. You know what I'm saying? And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Like I said, all the filthiness that goes on. And one of the top things, filthiness, is gays and lesbians, man, because that's the worst sin that you could commit, period, man, I would think. Because when you read in Genesis, Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed because of those very things. Sodomites, homosexuals, gays, faggots, and stuff, man. That's why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. And the women are dressed like whores, man. And they sleep around with many men and all that type of stuff. They dress real sexually. They dress like whores, basically, man. And all the stuff they do over here in America, all the stuff they eat, all these different abomination foods they eat over here. All these nations want to be like America, man. They've been drunk with this Babylon juice over here, American Babylon juice. Okay? Verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So John saw this woman sitting on a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, and that beast represents the European Union, basically. And that woman represents America, because America controls the European Union right now. Basically, they control the world, right now. Okay? And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stone and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Okay? And that golden cup represents, like this scripture said, fornication and filthiness, man. And like I say, anything goes in this country, man. They got orgies, threesomes. They got, what they call that stuff? Swingers. All that stuff. They had a gay parade jumping off. They have, just pure evil. Anything that's evil, anything that's against the scriptures, they do it, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's what that golden cup represents, man. Okay? And all the things that she done to the children of Israel, man. This nation America, man, from coming over here conquering and killing and raping and murdering the so-called Native Americans, to bringing the so-called African Americans over here and putting them in slavery, and all the atrocities that you've done around the world, man. That golden cup is full of the filthiness, man. Murder, sexual perverted things and all that type of stuff, man. Verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Okay, and this place, America, is an abomination of the earth, man, because it promotes the very things that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is against, man. All right. Verse 6, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, okay, with the blood of the saints and the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua, which are the elect men out here, okay, from way back then. Those men from way back then are here today, man, because when this place goes down, this damn devil Trump, he's going to come looking for brothers out there on the highways and byways, all right? The guy that's on that list called the Southern Poverty lawsuit or something, whatever that is. You know, they say black Hebrew Israelites, but that's what they demonize us as. Okay. And like I say, during slavery, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff they was doing back then, buck breaking, raping your wife in front of you, raping your children in front of you, like whipping your back, hanging people. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff they did to the so-called natives, you know, they just came over here and slaughtered them out. It was like a genocide, basically. You know what I'm saying? They slaughtered the whole race, man, and put them on reservations, man. And those places are not livable places, man. Okay? You took all their land, man. You took what's not yours. All right? Verse 7, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? This the angel asking John the question, why did you marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and the beast that carrieth her, which have 7 heads and 10 horns. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. Okay, which is America, man. Britain was back then you had Rome before that. You know, because America comes out of Britain. Okay, and it's part of the Roman Empire, man. Okay, when you read about them 10 toes and Daniel, man, you know, with the clay and the iron, that's the European Union, but that's being broken up, you know, partly strong and partly weak. But that represents America too, man, because this place is going down, man. Okay, and that bottomless pit is Europe, man, basically. That's Europe. Because ain't nothing over there, man. That's what that beast represents with the 7 heads and 10 horns, Europe. The whole entire Europe over there. Ain't nothing going on in Europe, man. And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. Okay? And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is. And the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. Okay? And that's, like I say, Rome, Britain, that whole thing. And the beast that was, and is not even, he is the 8th. And is of the 7th, and goeth into perdition, okay? Even he is of the 8th. The 8th is, or rather the 7th is Britain. Because like I said, America comes out of Britain, man. They even got a town in Boston called New England, man. Okay, they just won a championship out there, football. All right. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So they have their power within the European Union with the beast. Okay, and they join heirs with the beast, which is America, man. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, the EU. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called the chosen and faithful, which is the elect, man. Because these devils, they're going to try to come against Yahushua when he comes back. That's why they got satellites all up in space with, space weapons and technology. And they have their aircrafts and all this type of stuff. Because they're going to try to fight Yahushua and the angels and the elect, man. All these tanks and that military, but they're going to get crushed, man. Okay, Yahushua, they can't mess with the chariots of Yahushua. They're going to get crushed, man. All right? And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And like I said, America has every nationality over here. you know, and they all part of that have drunken taken part of this Babylon juice, man. Because when they go into their native countries, like say the Arab world, if you look at TV, those women are dressed up. They all covered up. You can't. The only thing you can see is their eyes. You can't see their body. But when they come over here, they have their heads covered, but yet they have like tight pants on and all that type of stuff, man. You can see they shape. And then the Chinese come over here. You know, they over there in their country they wear they like garments, they like ancient garments. But when they come over here, they wear a suit and tie. In Japan too. So they all part getting that Babylon juice. Them Indians from East India, they come over here. They had a dot on their head, but they still had them suit and ties on, trying to be like white boys. All right. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And that's happening now because a lot of those countries in the EU are not down with Donald Trump being the president, man. And it's part of prophecy where we're witnessing all these nations coming against America, man, because Britain, France, Germany, Spain, and all these other nations, they're going to destroy America, man. All right? That's coming real soon. And Russia and China and all the nations that got nuclear weapons, Pakistan, India, all of them going to shoot missiles over here on America and burn this place up, man. Verse 17, for Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. Okay. And until the words of Yahweh being fulfilled, which is right now, you can see the signs of the times right now, man. These people hate Donald Trump. And they hate America now because of what he's doing, man, and his policies he's passing. So that's part of prophecy. What Donald Trump is doing is actually a good thing because he's fulfilling prophecy, man, making the nations angry with him. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is America, man. All right? That's America. America is Mystery Babylon, man. And I'm going to go over here to verse 18. And let me see here. I'm skipped to 18 and 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, because it's going to be televised. They have satellites in space, man. And America being nuked with missiles, it's going to be seen, man. It's not going to be like a up and close movie, but, you know, from space, they're going to see the fire, lake of fire from space, man, being destroyed, man. This place is going to be totally wiped off the map, man. All right? Standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So in 1 hour, this place is going to be destroyed, man. By Yahweh Shema Shai, by them nuclear missiles and the chariots. They're going to tear this place apart, man. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Okay, so the Chinese ain't going to be making t-shirts no more. You ain't going to see no more. Most of the products made in America are from China, and they're from different countries. So all these different countries that sell their products over here, they're not going to be selling their stuff over here no more. There's not going to be no more Toyota, Nissan. You know, them German cars, they got BMW and Mercedes. And all the other foreign stuff that comes over here, the merchants of these things are not going to be selling this stuff no more. It's going to be over. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all fine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. Okay, and all this stuff is symbolic of the merchandise that they'll, you know, trade over here to be sold over here in America. Okay, I'm gonna jump down to verse 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. And they're gonna be crying. They're gonna be crying because they're gonna see the great destruction of America, and they're gonna be crying because they're not gonna be able to sell their merchandise over here no more. Okay. And saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this city? Okay. what city is like unto America? Okay, because it's the wickedest country in the world, and no other country is like it. No other country is more wicked than America, man. Okay, they got great militaries and all that stuff over here, but this is a filthy, wicked empire, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to destroy it, man. And so that's pretty much it, man. I made my point. America is Mystery Babylon, and it's going to be destroyed real soon. So get prepared for it. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles, elders of GMS, and salutations to all y'all came out there pushing his word in sincerity and truth. Shalom.